afternoon and assalamualaikum to everyone. Welcome to another episode of Quick and Easy Cooking with Mimi, featuring the world's best super kitchen machine, the Thermomix. And today we will be traveling the world to Korea, thanks to Cookidoo, which is the recipe platform of Thermomix. It has more than 58,000 recipes that we can play with and have fun with without ever leaving the house. And we can go Korean one day, Japanese the next, Spanish the next day, or maybe in the same day you can go to Thailand in the morning and then have lunch in Italy and then have dinner in France, all at the tip of your fingers. You just tap next. So let's get started. Super simple, super easy. I've got the recipe right here. I've already selected it to be cooked today. So once you choose a recipe and you tap cook today in your phone or in your laptop or your iPad, it will automatically sync with your TM6. That's so wonderful, right? Okay, so as usual, if you're new to Thermomix, you will see the recipe right here. You tap on the arrow and you will see the ingredients and the steps needed to prepare it. I've prepped all my ingredients already, so we just have to tap on start cooking. Jadi tak pernah buat Korean fried chicken pun insyaAllah boleh buat, and sure anak-anak semua akan excited and impressed nanti. Okay, so very simple. Kita start dengan bowl kosong. As usual kita main campak je. Okay, as usual we just dump in all of our ingredients. We start off with garlic and some ginger. And we just put it in, just like that. And then on goes the lid. We tap on next. And it's set for us 3 seconds only, 3 saat untuk chop. We're going to chop our garlic and ginger in only 3 seconds. And we just have to turn the selector knob. It says here to speed 5. Okay, speed nombor 5. 1, 2, 3, siap. And then it says to scrape down. Let's take a look at our ingredients. There we go, 3 seconds and it's already chopped finely. And it wants us to scrape down, so kita pun kaup lah. Kita ikut dia punya arahan. We just follow what it says and we proceed with the next one. And it says to cover again. And it will do the chopping for another 3 seconds, speed 5. Lagi 3 saat. Kelajuan 5. 1, 2, 3, siap. Next. Okay, seterusnya it's gonna ask us for all-purpose flour, cornstarch, a bit of baking powder, of course salt, and pepper. I promised you, super simple, super easy. So we just dump it in. Tepung biasa, tepung jagung, tepung penaik. This is different from baking soda, it's baking powder. Garam, saya suka guna pink Himalayan rock salt, and of course white pepper. Zip zap siap. Insert the measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid and tap next. Dia nak kacau selama 10 saat, speed 3. 10 seconds on speed 3. Ta-da-dang! And meanwhile, I'm gonna get my chicken. Chicken right here. Okay, so sekarang dia suruh transfer to a different bowl. Sambil tu dia nak timbang kita punya chicken wing, which I've already measured earlier. This is 1 kilo of chicken wings. Dah cuci, and then it's been cleaned. I've cleaned the chicken wings and I've cut it like this. Kita kena potong dia. Ayam tu dia macam ni, dia punya wing. So kita potong dia macam ni. And make sure it's dry, because this is a dry marinade. Okay? So this is 1 kilo, approximately 10 to 12 pieces of chicken wings. Antara 10 hingga 12 pieces kepak ayam, bergantung pada size dia lah. Okay? And kita dah timbang, so I can just skip this step. Otherwise, when it says to place a large bowl on the mixing bowl lid, what it means is you literally put a bowl like this, and then you put your chicken in and it will weigh for you. You tap on there, it becomes 0, and then you put in your chicken and then you weigh your chicken. That's how it works. Okay, and then when I'm done, it's gonna ask me to marinate my chicken with what we just mixed earlier. So it's just because this just, remember I asked you to make sure this is dry. Then I'm just gonna put this in. It's a dry marinade and minimum 2 hours. Minimum, the longer the better. 2 to 4 hours. You cover with cling wrap and you keep it in the fridge. Semalaman pun boleh, overnight is nice. It will get all the flavors into your chicken. And don't try to do shortcut and say, tak apalah, 1 jam cukup lah. Don't think that 1 hour is enough. It will not be enough. I've tried it before. I learned the hard way. I did all the testing for you. If you do it for 1 hour, the taste will not be as nice because it will not have time to absorb all of the ginger and the garlic. So minimum 2 hours in the fridge. You just stir it like this. If possible, 4 hours, and you can even prepare this tonight for you to cook tomorrow morning for sahur. So you just take all of the flour and the spices in, and it will taste so wonderful. So it's a marinade, and at the same time it's the coating. So while I mix this, I'm going to clean my bowl. So we just put about a liter of water. I'm going to put it in. We're going to clean. Press on home. Swipe. Activate pre-clean. While I do the stirring. Senang gila kan? Kalau beli kat luar, berapa ringgit dah ni? See, this is so expensive when you buy this outside. But when you make this at home, you'll be so surprised at how easy it is and how cost effective it is. And you can enjoy as much Korean fried chicken as you want while you watch your favorite Korean drama. That's one of my favorites. The song earlier is from Goblin. My mom actually is more up to date with K-dramas. She's the one who tells me what to watch. She gives me the recommendations, okay? So anyone else dramas or K-drama? Hello Wendy, Sheila. Good afternoon everyone. Assalamualaikum. Sehat semua? Yes Surya, jom pergi Korea hari ni. Kak Da. Yo, masa apa hari ni? So we just do like this. Macam ni je. Lepas tu kita tutup dia dengan cling wrap. And keep it in the fridge. That's it. It's very dry. It's really like this. And it will like harden a little bit, so when we fry it, it sticks to the chicken. Just like this. It's ngam-ngam. It's just enough. Dia punya ingredients tu cukup-cukup je to coat the chicken. Macam ni je. Lepas tu kita tutup. Okay. And meanwhile, I've got one that I already marinated for 4 hours. This one. This is after 4 hours. This is before and this is after. And we're gonna fry this. I hate the frying part, but namanya fried chicken kan, so I'm just gonna keep this one. Okay, so we have our chicken. I'm gonna grab my induction cooker. And with induction cooker, we put the oil before we turn it on. I'm not gonna fry all, I'm just gonna fry some of it to show you, because this dry kitchen is not equipped for frying. Okay, this one is done washing. So after pre-clean, it looks like this. I'm just gonna give it a nice rinse, just a rinse, no need to soap or anything. So just like that, saves us a lot of time and a lot of water. I'm just going to grab my wiping cloth over here. And we just give it a good wipe, and we go next to the sauce. Okay, this one, I've set it aside first. While the oil is heating up, I'm going to prepare prepare the sauce because the sauce takes about 10 minutes. Doesn't have to be completely dry because there's no flour in it. It's more liquid because it's sauce. Then I'm gonna go back to the recipe. It even tells me to keep the chicken in the fridge. We marinate our chicken in the fridge, okay? Nah, selamat kita punya ayam tu kita perap dalam peti sejuk. Bukan dalam freezer, dekat bawah tu. Okay? To avoid contamination. And then, kita panaskan ni. Kita dah cuci kita punya bowl. Kita start dengan kita punya bahan-bahan untuk sauce. I have all the ingredients here. As usual, we have garlic and ginger. Macam ni, campak je. Next, cover it. And then it's gonna chop for 5 seconds. Speed 3. And then macam tadi, kita scrape down. Just like we did earlier, we scrape it down so it will continue chopping. Just to make sure, because it's not much. It's only a few cloves of garlic and a little bit of ginger. We tap next, cover it, and then chop for another 3 seconds while our oil is heating up. Okay, and now we add the rest of the ingredients, which is brown sugar, gochujang. I'm going to show you. This is how it looks like. This is Korean chili paste. The recipe says 30 to 50 grams. By our standards, our family, we are not that crazy about heat, but we found that 50 was not hot enough for us, so we did 65. Up to you. I recommend you stick to the recipe first. Maybe you do 50 if you're Malaysian. If you're non-Malaysian, you do 30, and then you adjust for your next recipe. Okay, so we have the gochujang here, and we have some tomato ketchup, and we also have dark soy sauce, and then we have here rice vinegar. If you don't have rice vinegar, you can use any white vinegar that you have, like sugar cane. Okay, so we just dump everything in. Don't you just love Thermomix? It's so easy. It lists down the ingredients for you and you just put it all in and you leave it. Super easy. The hardest part actually is the frying. Okay, that's why I rarely do this. I do this maybe once every 3 or 4 months, something like that. Not that the kids ask for it, but I just thought of giving you something special today. Saja nak pergi jalan-jalan, dah lama duduk rumah kan. Kita pergilah Korea. Okay, so what I do is I use the vinegar to put all our sauce in, all of the goodness of the sauce. And then I'm gonna add in our brown sugar. And I'm just going to scrape everything down so that it will be mixed with the sauce. Remember to resist the urge to knock your mixing bowl. Sebab kita nak jaga dia punya weighing scale. We have to take care of the built-in weighing scale so we don't knock our spatula on our Thermomix mixing bowl. Just one of the small tips and tricks that I'm going to show you when you get your Thermomix, and I'll walk you through how to use it for the first time. Oh, I also need honey. Okay, we'll need 60 grams of honey. So right now the weighing scale is not 0, so I tap on there. And then alihkan komputer to skip. Kita nak 60 gram. There we go. 850. Okay, 60 grams. Cantik. And we will also need a bit of sesame oil. Sesame oil is 15 grams. Meanwhile, our oil is almost ready. Work fast. And this one's done. Next, insert, and it will cook for 10 minutes, speed 3. Oh no, it mixes first for 10 seconds and speed 3. then next, still with the measuring cup in place. Now it will cook for 10 minutes on speed 1 at 100 degrees Celsius. 10 minit, 100 darjah Celsius. So dekat sini, I will start frying our chicken. I have a plate with paper towel to absorb the oil. We need the oil to be very hot, but then we lower the temperature once it has heated up because we don't want our chicken to burn. If you're not used to cooking, don't use your bare hands. Feel free to use tongs. In fact, the instruction says to warm your oven and keep it in the warm oven so that your chicken stays warm. So super easy. And remember, when you're frying, you don't crowd. You need to have a bit of space. Otherwise, the temperature will drop so much and there's not enough room for the oil to circulate and the heat to circulate. And then later on, we're going to garnish our chicken with a bit of sesame oil and sesame seeds and spring onions. Senang gila. Very doable. After this, you can make this and then you can cook for, no, not today, cook for tomorrow. Because you need to marinate it for at least 2 hours to get the best effect. If you do it overnight, it's even nicer. Guaranteed. I cooked this for my sister-in-law recently and she said it was just like a certain Korean restaurant. She said even better. Alhamdulillah. Inilah untungnya. When we have cookie dough, we have the world's best dishes at our fingertips. And the nice thing is now, when you check on recipes, they even have ratings. So you can check out which ones people have been liking. And in fact, cookie dough will also give you recommendations on what people are cooking the most. So every day when you check cookie dough, there's always something new. And you know, it encourages you that if a lot of people are cooking it, then maybe it's good. And you can also search by keyword. Contohnya, nak masak ayam, nak masak udang. So you do your search. You key in chicken or prawn, or maybe you want vegetarian, or maybe you want paleo, or maybe you want something good for sportsmen. They also have a selection of sports nutrition. And they also have a lot of collections for children. So even after MCO, you can still, you know, things are quite uncertain right now and people are afraid to spend so much. So one of the things we can cut is eating out. Instead of eating out, invest in a machine that helps you do everything and then you can channel your money towards good natural ingredients. And you can control. You know that you only fry food, say, once a month or once every 3 months, you know, and the rest of the time you do some stir fry with good oil. You can use olive oil, and then sometimes you can do soups and stews and experiment. You can make dim sum. In my users WhatsApp group recently, we had somebody cook lemak, nasi, dia masak ayam, masak lemak for the first time in her adult life. I was so happy for her. Seronok kan dengar orang yang first time masak benda tu. Sebab sebelum ni nak masak masakan lain ni kan banyak benda, nak kena tumbuk lah, nak kena blend lah, nak kena chop lah, nak hiris lah kan. So Thermomix takes out all of the guesswork for us. Nak goreng lah yang paling susah. If only. But it's not good, oily. It's oily and then I have to clean the table after this and get the floor mopped and you know, I worry about my ceiling. So this is usually in my wet kitchen. But otherwise you can also do bulgogi, you can do hapjeok. The Korean pancake that I offered that day to make, that one is also very good. It tastes just like apam balik. Ini macam roti, kita isi dia sesame seeds dengan kacang, dengan gula sedikit atau honey sedikit. Lepas tu kita penyetkan dia, and then goreng, bukan deep fry macam ni, goreng on a hot pan, macam grill dia. Sedap. Next time kita buat esok kot, kita try So yang ni, lama dah ni yang boring ni. Kalau Thermomix dah boleh duduk dah tak perlu jaga dah kan. Ini yang kena jaga, tak boleh tinggalkan. Okay, so anyone else has tried, does anyone else tried Korean fried chicken before this? Anyone of you? Maybe you can tell me in the comments. Okay, meanwhile our sauce is almost done, 4 minutes to go. Our chicken is not yet done, the sauce is almost done. I'm not sure how it would be in air fryer, maybe because the effect would be different. Because this is a very dry marinade, I'm not sure. Feel free to experiment. Although some studies show that the high temperatures in air fryer is not exactly ideal, because it alters the chemical composition of food. I'm not sure, I'm not an expert on that. Okay, so the middle part is almost done. Meanwhile, this one is 3 minutes 49 seconds to go. That is how you can budget your time if you want to cook something. You can plan ahead. Okay, today I'm going to have a meeting until 6. I should be home by 6:30, latest by 7. I need to cook something in 15 minutes. And then you can plan. I would recommend, for example, oil-free honey chicken wings. It only takes 14 minutes to cook. So what you can do in the morning, you defrost it. And then you can marinate it if you wish with light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and a bit of salt. And when you come back in the afternoon, you just chop your garlic and shallots and rock sugar. You can add chili padi if you want. And then you add your chicken and you leave it to cook while you go and shower for 14 minutes. Isn't that fantastic? So you can plan your day accordingly. Meanwhile, I need to check on my frying again. I cannot leave it. Now you know why I don't like frying. And I haven't had household help for quite a number of years now. After all the drama we've been through, you know what it is like. Suddenly they go and leave, or suddenly, they ask for permission to go for holiday, they go home, and then they don't come back. After staying with you for so many years, you'd think that it's quite sad really. And you just abandon like that. So my mom and I talked about it, and she said, never mind, it's such a headache to try to adjust to a new person every time, and then have to train every time, and then, you go through the process all over again. And as we know, the permits are not cheap. So yeah, we've stopped having one. So everything you see me cook here, I do everything, the cleaning, the removal of whatever they don't do in the shop. Like sometimes they don't clean, they don't remove the gills and the scales. That means I do that. The peeling of the prawns, I do that. Okay, our chicken's almost done finally. Okay, this one's done. It's nice to be a bit crispy. We want it to be nice and golden brown and crispy. And we put it here a bit so it will absorb any excess oil. I'm so impatient. I'm not supposed to keep on turning it, but I want to see the progress. By right, we leave it and then we turn it once, but I'm sorry. I'm not your typical cook. Meanwhile, we've got space, so I'm going to put my chicken here. This one's almost done. This one's done. So now it has a nice, crunchy coating and flavor at the same time. So that's what the dry marinade does. So if you don't marinate it long enough, it will not seep into the meat. Patience, dear Padawan. Good things come to those who wait. Okay. So, there's one more. Again, I'm not going to do all. I'm just going to wait for the sauce to be done. Oh, my sauce is almost done. 30 seconds and I'm not done frying. See how wonderful and efficient my Thermomix is? The frying, you cannot tell how long. It's just estimate. Agak-agak. Bila dah emas kekuningan. When it's golden brown. It's like, if you've never done it before, like how golden brown is golden brown. Like my daughter. She asked me, Mama, how can you tell if it's done? I said, when it's golden brown. How golden brown is golden brown? Can you give me a sample? So this is why the Thermomix is so good. You don't have to have any background whatsoever. You just follow what it says. It's the frying part that needs to have some guidance. This one, you just dump everything in, press next, 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 and it's done for you. Just like that, see? Merci beaucoup. Oh no, how do you say thank you in Korean? I forgot. Okay. So I've got my chicken here. I'm just gonna toss it in here shortly. Let me get another bowl. Need some friends. It's a bit lonely. We need to fill it up. Okay, almost done. Just so we have a nice full plate. The gang will be complete. And our plate will look nice when we serve our chicken. Oh yeah, thank you. It's 감사합니다. How could I have forgotten? I haven't watched Korean drama in quite a while now. The last one I watched, I think, was Crash Landing Into You. Did I watch something else after that? I don't remember, but it's been a while. Okay, this one's almost done. Let it drain a bit. Okay, this can go in here. When the temperature is right, the chicken will not absorb so much oil. This is why you need it to be very hot before you start frying, and then you lower it slightly so that it doesn't burn. Just a bit. Yeah, so this should be the last one. There's more here, but I'm not going to do all because I don't want to take up all of your time. This one will be here just to have our plating done and to show you how it looks like when it's done. Okay, so this should be enough. One more to complete the crew. And I'm going to turn it off and move it to the side. And I'll continue in my wet kitchen later. Okay. So we take the last one out. Kamsahamnida. Let me wipe my table. Wash my hands. Okay, so now we are ready to prepare our sauce. Pour the sauce over our chicken. So easy. You literally just have to pour the sauce over. I'm not going to finish it out because this is only half of my chicken. So basically you pour the sauce and you coat it with the sauce. That's why it's better that you fry everything before you put the sauce so that you can estimate and it's coated evenly. But it will look something like this. Oh, it smells so good. My stomach is grumbling now. Woo. You better make this tomorrow, people. If not, you will be dreaming of this every night. I can assure you, and even in the daytime you'll be daydreaming about it because it's so good. I can guarantee you, I've done this about 3 or 4 times. It's really good. Just like the mango from yesterday, it was really good. The glutinous rice and mango. You should make those. So it will look like this, and then of course we have to wipe our plate a bit to make it look presentable. You know, our plating has to be nice, just like chefs. Yan nampak bersih. Okay, bersih sikit. Tak semua sebab sayang kuah dia sedap. Okay, lepas tu kita tabur sesame seeds on top. And a bit of spring onion as garnish. And there you go, Korean fried chicken. Nampak ori kan? Very easy, very fast. The hardest part was the frying, which was not Thermomix, by the way. And the waiting for the clock on the adhan to sound so that we can eat. Yes, that's the hardest part, the waiting. Okay, so I hope you had as much fun as I had today. And please join me again tomorrow, 6 p.m. live on Facebook. I hope you had fun today. Thank you so much for making Thermomix the world's #1 super kitchen machine. And thank you so much for continuing to support me. Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat berbuka puasa.